Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cami Farrell, and you're watching ntTV's online report. North Korea's leader says there will be no more wars. Yesterday, Kim Jong-un spoke to a group of veterans on the 67th anniversary of the armistice that ended fighting in the Korean War. North Koreans call it Victory Day. In his speech, Kim revisited his country's belief that owning nuclear weapons prevents war. His comments aired on North Korean state television today. This morning, Attorney General William Barr testified before a House panel. House Democrats have been wanting to question Barr for a while in relation to several issues. His appearance before the Democrat-led committee comes after accusations that he has abused his powers and politicized the Justice Department. CNN's Joe Johns has more on the story.
In an explosive opening statement, Attorney General William Barr accuses Democrats of seeking to discredit him because of his investigation into the origins of the Russia probe. Barr calls the Russian scandal bogus and writes that many of the Democrats on this committee have attempted to discredit me by conjuring up a narrative that I am simply the president's factotum who disposes of criminal cases according to his instructions. House Democrats plan to question Barr on his intervention into the prosecutions of two Trump allies and the firing of a U.S. attorney in New York.
Roger Stone was treated horribly. Roger Stone was treated very unfairly.
Barr's Justice Department watered down the prison sentence recommendation for the president's longtime ally, Roger Stone, who was found guilty of obstructing and lying to Congress, and pushed to dismiss the case against Trump's first national security advisor, Michael Flynn, after he pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI. Barr saying that in criminal decisions, the president has not attempted to interfere.
We had that terrible event in Minneapolis, but then we had this extreme reaction that has demonized police.
Barr's statement also taking on the 2-month-long protest at the Portland courthouse. Barr writing it cannot reasonably be called a protest. It is by any objective measure an assault on the government of the United States. Barr's involvement in dispersing protesters in Lafayette Square in June set to come under scrutiny. National Guard Major Adam DeMarco is set to also testify on Capitol Hill this morning that the protesters were acting peacefully, further raising questions about Barr's involvement.
The American people need more help.
Monday, Senate Republicans released a new $1 trillion stimulus package that will include a $400 cut to the enhanced unemployment benefit set to expire at the end of the week. McConnell said the White House is on board but concedes it is just a starting point. The bill is also coming under intense criticism for $1.75 billion allocated for a new FBI building, something McConnell said was included at the request of the White House. Democratic leadership criticizing Senate Republicans' priorities.
It's frustrating because they've dithered for 3 months. We're now at various very serious cliffs that hurt lots of people.
We clearly do not have shared values. Having said that, we just want to see if we can find some common ground.
Lawmakers and the public are coming together to pay their respects to late Congressman John Lewis, the first black lawmaker to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda. The civil rights icon passed away earlier this month at the age of 80 following a 6-month battle with cancer. His passing sparked an outpouring of grief and tributes to his life and legacy across the country. Lying in state is a tribute reserved for the most distinguished government officials and military officers. Yesterday, a ceremony in his honor was held in the Rotunda. After, the public viewing was held at the Capitol, but outdoors, as a coronavirus precaution during the pandemic. This week, the Texas Agriculture Commission has been warning Texans about receiving unsolicited packages that are believed to be from China containing seeds. Some Denton residents have also received these packages. Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller says the packets have been mailed to multiple states falsely labeled as jewelry. Miller says the packets may contain harmful invasive species. Invasive species can harm native plants, insects, and crops, causing great damage to the local environment. Miller gave specific instructions. Keep the contents in their original sealed package. Do not open, plant, or throw them away. Anyone who receives an unsolicited seed package should report it to the U.S. Department of Agriculture on their website and follow their instructions. Today, Governor Greg Abbott surveyed the damage left by Hurricane Hanna along the southern coast of Texas and in the Rio Grande Valley. He also spoke at a news conference at Texas A&M University Corpus Christi and at the Texas Department of Public Safety headquarters in Weslaco in the Rio Grande Valley. The National Hurricane Center said the storm moved across the Mexican state of Zacatecas with winds weakening to about 25 miles per hour yesterday. The storm brought rainfall and flash flooding to the waterlogged parts of South Texas and northern Mexico. Abbott said the state is sending additional COVID testing supplies and hospital personnel to communities impacted by Hanna. This is an effort to prevent the storm from increasing the spread of the virus. There's been a lot of talk lately about COVID-19 testing delays, but there's a new technology that is believed to help with one specific type of test. The CDC says this technology may help medical professionals better respond to the pandemic. CNN's Mandy Gaither has more in today's Health Minute.
This is our serology test, is the orange part of the graph.
From Arizona to Florida.
What we've seen a pretty significant increase in the percentage of people testing positive for antibodies.
And all the states in between. Serology tests have become important, helping each region of the U.S. estimate what percentage of Americans have been infected with the coronavirus. Results are important in detecting infections with few or no symptoms at all, which in turn can help scientists better monitor and respond to the pandemic. Now the CDC has unveiled laboratory robots to help get results from those antibody tests more quickly. From the loading of the sample through the detection of antibodies, the robot can test more than 3,600 samples a day, compared to about 400 samples a public health scientist can test in that same time period. The CDC says the robots will improve antibody testing capacity and allow for more data to help in the fight against COVID-19. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Coronavirus cases continue to rise across North Texas. Dallas County reported 426 new COVID cases yesterday. Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins warns the lower numbers reported Monday could be due to a glitch in the state's reporting system that resulted in nearly 1,300 cases being reported on Saturday, following 4 days of declines. However, Jenkins is still optimistic that the use of masks and delaying unnecessary trips is having an impact on flattening the curve in the county. The 426 cases is the lowest number of new cases reported since July 22nd in Dallas County. Tarrant County reported 240 new cases and no COVID-related deaths. Denton County confirmed an additional 87 cases and 2 COVID-related deaths yesterday. If you missed your chance to get tested today in Denton County, don't worry, there are other opportunities. If you're looking for a place to get tested or are wondering what testing sites are offering, feel free to visit the website below. The nation's second largest cinema chain plans to open some of its locations next month. Regal Cinemas announced it will reopen on August 21st. The company says theaters that reopen their doors will enforce health and safety measures, including requiring its employees and customers to wear masks. Regal operates 549 locations in 42 states. The theater chain has not said which locations will reopen in August. At this time, health departments in Los Angeles, New York, and many other cities have not given their theaters the okay to welcome back guests. You can follow us on Twitter at ntTV_news for more of the latest updates. Be sure to join us back here again tomorrow for more of ntTV's online report.